Hello, I have sort of fixed my Aria, and what I mean by sort of is it still has that backplate problem where it like kind of pops and creaks. However, once I get a screwdriver to actually, tighten those, maybe that will fix it. I'm not sure. That's what other people have said. So I'll try that once I get like a very tiny screwdriver to, tighten those. And hopefully that will fix the backplate issue. If it doesn't, I'll just switch to the ones with the holes because it creaks and like pops less and it's less noticeable. So I'll just swap to that. However, I have fixed the clicks, which I'm happy to say, because again, they were creaking, and that was one of the main issues that I had with the Aria before the back plate started creaking. But first issue I had was with the clicks, as I said, and they're fixed now. Basically, the left mouse button still is a little bit inconsistent with the right. It's still a little bit more mushy, but I bet that has to do with some of the lube that I applied as well, and then they'll probably get better as I use it more because it did before. But that's, by the way, that's just the popping from it like going down. That's not the popping from it moving back and forth. No popping! Yay! And it also isn't grinding that much. However, it still grinds a little bit when I bottom it out, but it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty hard to notice once you like click it down like twice, or like you start like bottoming out sometimes it'll go away. So yeah, I basically fixed my Aria again besides that back plate, which is annoying. And while I'm at it, I also fixed that XM1R. Well, I said I was going to fix it, but I did fix it as well. And now there's basically no grinding. It still feels a little odd. There's a tad bit still, but I fixed most of it, which is good. So yeah, the clicks still feel good. Again, they will feel a little bit more mushy than they used to. These definitely do feel a little bit softer and a little bit more mushy than they used to. Because again, you're putting it on the actual stems of the button, so the clicks are gonna become a little bit more mushy after that, which I'm kind of fine with. It doesn't really impact the actual click performance, and it doesn't really affect. I actually kind of like softer clicks sometimes, so I don't really mind it that much. Problem is when it gets to post travel and then it like goes down 10 million meters and then it takes a while to come back up. That's when I have a problem. But I'm normally fine with just kind of soft clicks. I'm like fine with that. But I like tactile as well. But anyways, yeah, I basically fixed my Aria. And if you're wondering about my keyboard, it kind of fixed it. It still is a little bit rattly though. Yeah, it's still rattly, which is annoying because I got this for the keyboard in the first place and it didn't really fix it at all. I put a ton of lube. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. Will you focus? Yeah, but I put a ton of lube on both of the stem or both of the stabilizers, and it didn't really do anything. I mean, you could see how messy I was when I was putting it on, but again, it didn't really do anything because again, that left stabilizer is just kind of sunken in, and it really sucks. Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be rattling, I don't think, because it's not it's not the actual like rattliness of the stabilizer. It's just that this is punched in, and it just, again, it's just like sunken down, and that's what's causing the rattle. And I hate it. I hate it because in order to fix that, I'll probably have to go into the keyboard itself and instead of just getting a paintbrush and simply just kind of painting over the stabilizers with lube. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But hey, I did fix my Aria somewhat. As I said, somewhat, because that back plate, for the third time, I'm repeating it again, back plate still has that popping issue. And I contacted Aria support about that, so hopefully they will give a response soon enough. They said they'll look into it, so yeah, that's cool. I'm glad Fantech is actually being very supportive, so yeah, that's cool. But yeah, that's really it. I lubed the mice, and they're a little bit softer of clicks now, but it fixed the grinding problem, which is a huge plus. I really hated the grinding, and it really just didn't make the switches feel that good. Now that has changed, and the popping you hear is just simply because when I don't use the mouse for a while, it kind of just grinds and pops when I like bottom out, as I said. So that's one of the reasons, and also the backplate is the main culprit of all that popping that you hear. It's really annoying, even though I don't really put my hand where the popping is, like in the center, and I kind of put it here because of the claw grip. It still really sucks, man. I hate it so much. And again, hopefully I'll be able to fix it with just getting a tiny screwdriver and screwing, or loosening or tightening the screws. Hopefully that will fix it. If that doesn't, switch to the hold. As much as I really hate hold back plates or like ones with shells with holes in them, I hate it because it gets like a bunch of dirt under it and it really doesn't make that big of a performance leap. I mean, it only shaves it down by like 2 grams. I'm gonna have to do it if it doesn't really fix this, because again, that popping is really annoying, and I can feel it very, very. I can feel it way more than the actual grinding of the switches. So yeah, that's the main priority for me to fix this now. If I actually fix both of the issues, maybe I'll main it. I'll probably still get the Lamzu, like as much as I'm like trying to resist from getting it because I don't want to like break my bank, but I have enough money to get it, so I'll get it and compare it with the Aria. And since I'll have about like maybe a week more for the return window, I'll see if I like the Aria more or the Lamzu. And yeah, that's basically it. I said this before already. I said this before on Reddit. I know I use Reddit. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.